Pretty sure this is the turn. Recalling the way from memory, I turn the corner and walk all the way down the road. And finally, at the end of the street, I find Hitachi-san's house. I immediately ring the doorbell.
Hi. お待たせしました。どちら様でしょうか?
A woman comes to the door. This must be Hitachi-san's mother. Her features are pretty similar. She's pretty hot, actually. Hey, sorry. I mean, my name is Adichie Masaomi. Is Hitachi Mako-san at home?
Mako ですか? もしかしてお友達ですか? いえ、そもそもアリチさんってもしかして村雨丸の...
Ah, yes, that's me.
まあ、わざわざこんなところに足をお運びいただいてありがとうございます。
No, please, the pleasure's all mine. I instinctively bow in the face of her overly polite demeanor. So, is Mako-san home?
あの子は今はちょっと取り込み中でして。
She is? That must mean she's doing something. Maybe she's actually relaxing.
ですが、すぐに済みますから、ぜひ上がって待っていてください。
It's nothing really pressing. I just came to bring back something she forgot.
そうおっしゃらずに、ここまで来てもらっておいて、何のお構いもできなかったら怒られてしまいます。よろしければ部屋でお待ちください。それとも、何か下級の要件がおありですか?
I'm not in much of a hurry, I guess.
でしたらぜひ。
It was like this with my grandpa too. I'm so bad with adults. I find it hard to refuse them. Well, I've still got some time until dinner. I can spend an hour or so here and still make it back in time. Well, alright. I can stay for a little bit.
はい、ありがとうございます。こちらでお待ちください。マコもすぐに参りますので。
Okay.
では、失礼いたします。
She's led me to Hitachi-san's room. I thought I'd be waiting in the living room or something. So this is Hitachi-san's room, huh? Being in a girl's room is making me pretty nervous. And I'm here without Hitachi-san's permission, even if her mother let me here. It's probably not a good idea to gawk at her stuff. Of course, that's easier said than done. Her room is girlier than I expected. Toмотaka-san's room is much more modest in comparison. Looks pretty normal. There's no ninja paraphernalia decorating the room or hanging scrolls with ninja-related calligraphy. The room looks like a totally normal girl's room, which seems somewhat at odds with Hitachi-san's usual demeanor. If I open her dresser drawer, would she have panties in there like other girls?
失礼いたします。
Whoa, all right.
お茶をお持ちしました。さあ、どうぞ。
She even pours the tea for me, going out of her way to be as hospitable as possible. You don't need to do all this for me. Please don't trouble yourself.
わかりました。それでは、もし何かありましたらいつでもお呼びください。どうぞ、ごゆっくり。
Ha. Now that I'm on my own again, I'm starting to calm down a little. This would have been way easier for me if I could have just dropped off the wallet and left. Ah, this is a damn fine cup of tea. It has a pleasant fragrance and a faintly sweet taste. This is nothing like the tea I have at home.
失礼いたします。
Oh, come in.
申し訳ありません。お茶受けを忘れておりました。
You didn't need to. I probably won't be staying long.
そんなことおっしゃらず、ゆっくりしていってください。はい、
I can feed myself, you know.
甘いものが苦手でしたら、すぐに塩気のあるお茶受けも用意いたしますが。
No need, honestly. This is fine. I like sweets. You don't have to keep going out of your way for me.
申し訳ありません。マコの友人が来るなんて初めてのことですから、つい。 もし何かありましたらいつでもお呼びください。
Ha. The instant I sigh, the sliding door opens slightly with Hitachi-san's mother peering in through the opening.
何かお困りごとは？
I'm fine, really.
そうですか。ごゆっくり。
There's such thing as being overly helpful, you know. But man, Hitachi-san sure has a lot of books. Half of them are shoujo manga though. She must really like the stuff. Oh, now I get it. That's why the advice she gave to Mutake-san seemed like it was out of a shoujo manga. Is that also why she flushed so red when I mentioned bridal carrying her? Curious to check the contents, I reach out for a book, but then quickly draw back my hand. I can't just go poking through someone's stuff, no matter what it is. I can't settle down. I hope Hitachi-san comes back soon. While pacing nervously, I hear a noise from down the hall. Her mom again?
お母さん、私のアイス知らない？あのアイスなら箱を捨てたからトレイの上に移動させたはずだけど。あったあった。
Who is this? That was certainly Hitachi-san's voice, but the conversation was so normal for a girl her age, just like her room. Is this really the Hitachi-san I know? I'm not in the wrong house, am I? I shake the foolish idea from my mind, but just as I do, I hear some footsteps approach the room.
それからマコ、さっきお客様がお見えになったから。お客様？うちに誰か来るなんて珍しいね。うちじゃなくてあなたによ。ん？私？部屋にお通ししたからね。ちゃんとなさい。部屋にお通し？
Wariness in her voice, Hitachi-san slides open the door. Duh! Oh my. I might actually have to censor her panties. There's a bit of a camel toe there. Might be a bit too much for YouTube. The familiar Hitachi-san I knew is certainly before me. But the sigh of relief I was holding in ain't coming out anytime soon, that's for sure. Hitachi-san stares at me in dumbfounded amazement. She's standing before me, practically naked. Did she just get out of the bath? The only piece of clothing she's wearing is a pair of panties. And a towel to dry her damp hair is draped around her neck. Seeing her standing there looking so disheveled, nibbling on her popsicle is a far more powerful image than I could have ever imagined. There's a playfulness about her that she has never shown when around Tomotake-san. And the way her shapely body so clearly contrasts with that playfulness is truly alluring. Her smooth fair skin and her lovely cute panties. Her damp hair and the way her skin is still flushed pink from being in the bath. But more than anything, those breasts. I could always tell her breasts were ample under her clothing, but after seeing them in the open like this, they're really something else. I'm not sure if I should call this a disparity, an imbalance, or what. Hang on a minute, isn't this really the time to freeze up like this? Had I been the one to slide open the door to this scene, I would have just immediately closed it, or at least I'd like to think I would. But the absolute shock of it has me completely paralyzed in both mind and body. Not that there's a way for me to escape anyway, what with Hitachi-san blocking the only way out. Hey, sorry to intrude like this. I greet her as if nothing is amiss. Hitachi-san? But Hitachi-san doesn't react at all. Without saying a word, she softly slides the door closed.
お母さん、メガネが欲しい。どうしたの急に。なんか幻覚が見える。部屋にアリスさんがいるっていう幻覚が。幻覚が見えたら、もはやメガネではどうにもならないと思うけど、お薬の出番じゃない？じゃあお薬ちょうだい。いくら忍びの家庭でも、うちにそんな怪しい薬はありません。というか、またそんな格好のままで、ちゃんと服を着なさい。アリスさんに失礼でしょ？
I'm not offended.
お母様 まで幻覚を見てる。何よ、わけのわからないことを。原作じゃない。本物の主正臣さんです。ほら、早くちゃんと服を着ておもてなしをしなさい。幻覚じゃない。幻覚じゃない。幻覚じゃない。
Ah! Why did you come back?
見られた。見られてしまいました。
Okay, true, I didn't look away. That bit was definitely my fault. That might have been an accident, but it's one I happily indulged in. That's not right. This is bad. I'm sorry, Hitachi-san. I know this just sounds like an excuse, but I really didn't mean for that to happen.
いくら家の中とはいえ、だらしない格好をしていたのは私ですから。それに気が動転してしまって、私とても恥ずかしい格好を。本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
I don't really think you need to apologize.
それでアリチさんはどうして私の家に？
Oh right, you forgot something at the house. I pull out her wallet from my pocket.
私のお財布。
You dropped it in the living room.
わざわざ届けに来てくれたんですか。ありがとうございます。
I went out to do some shopping anyway, so I figured why not. Also, I wanted to make sure you were actually relaxing. Though, seeing how you were just then, I guess I didn't need to worry, huh? Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to tease you.
いえ、アリチさんの言う通りだと思います。もう、本当に間抜けですよね、私。
Hey, I'm not gonna judge you for that. You are pretty different at home, though I never imagined you quite like that.
お恥ずかしい。
I think it's perfectly normal to be like that in your own home. I tend to wander around in my underwear after taking a bath too. Though I haven't done that in the Tomotaka house. But still. At home, Hitachi-san acts like any other girl her age. I never thought I'd get to see her looking so relaxed. I guess I got to see something really good today. Wait, I didn't mean that in an indecent way. Though I'm worried that my barging in on her while she's relaxed will make her put up another wall around her. Anyway, I'm glad to see you looking refreshed.
確かに、お風呂に入って多少はできたかもしれませんが、やっぱり私はお勤めの方が気楽です。一人だと時間を持て余してしまって。
Did you do anything else besides take a bath?
まだ読んでいなかった漫画の新刊は読みました。でも吉野様のことが気になって、内容が頭をすり抜けてしまうんです。
You don't need to worry about her. Everything is going fine right now. I was with her when she was cooking, and I didn't let anything happen to her.
よろしくお願いしますね。
It's fine, I get it. You just focus on taking it easy.
そうしたいのは山々なんですが、休むってどうすればいいんでしょう。
Hang out with someone somewhere?
私は誰かと遊びに行ったこともありません。いきなり一人でと言われても、どんな風に過ごせばいいのやら。
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. It's not like Hori has lots of places to go hang out at as it is. I probably wouldn't know what to do if I had to go kill time somewhere. All I'd be able to come up with is going to see Rentaro, Koharu, or maybe Rokane. As someone who has never simply hung out with someone before though, Hitachi-san probably wouldn't feel comfortable in that situation. Which reminds me, Sorry for the sudden change of topic, but can I ask you something?
はい、何でしょうか。
Why do you serve Tomotaka-san's family?
どうしてと言われましても、それがお家のお務めですから。
Even if it is part of your heritage, your family is the only one maintaining the master-servant relationship, right? Is there any particular reason you keep up with it?
それはまあ何と言いますか。
I knew there was something. Is it some kind of secret you can't tell me?
ああ、いえ、別に隠すようなことでは。そうですね。意味深に隠すとあらぬ誤解を与えるかもしれません。私の家が吉野様の家にずっとお仕えしているのは、呪いの原因が日立家にあるからです。
The curse is in your family? How? The curse was created long ago during the War of Succession. How could the curse possibly fall on the Hitachi family?
そんなにもったいぶる話でもありませんから、単刀直入に言いますね。日立家は友武家の分家にあたる家柄なんです。そして家が分かれたのは例の跡目争いの際。
Which means the Hitachi family's ancestor is...
はい、家督を告げず逆恨みをして争いを起こした長男の血筋です。
Ah, I'm stunned. I never expected Hitachi-san's family to have such a secret.
本来ならなで切りにされてもおかしくなかったところを友武家に許されました。その恩義もあって分家としてお仕えしているんです。そしてある時、たたり神によって呪いが残っていることが判明しました。しかもその原因は先祖にあるとなれば、呪いに苦しむ友武家をはためにのほほんと過ごすわけにはいきません。なので友武家が肩書きを返上した後も日立家はずっとお仕えしているんです。
And that's also why you've been training ever since you were a child.
はい、そういうことですね。
So that's why.
あ、そのことを恨んだりはしていませんよ。
Of course not. You've never looked like you hated your role. So that was the reason then. The Tomotaka family weren't the only ones bound by the curse. The Hitachi family was also bound by it. I really didn't know anything about Hitachi-san. I thought we were friends. At least, I'd like to believe that she thinks of me as a friend. But clearly, we weren't all that close. I knew nothing of her circumstances, nor how she acts at home. All I'm familiar with is Hitachi-san, the servant. I don't know anything about the girl, Hitachi Mako. But why did your family become ninjas?
おそらくですが、周りに対する配慮ではないかと。何せ恩赦で許されていただけですから、普通に家臣として迎え入れれば反発もあります。これでもおそらく当時はだいぶ反発もあったと思いますよ。ほら、この家さすがに建て替えなどは行っていますが、場所自体は移動していないらしいです。
Huh? Do you mean...
今はある程度道も整備されていますが、当時は完全に山の中だったと思います。
So this is the reason there's no record of their family in the vessel records? And why they've been driven to live so far on the edge of town? Wait a second. Nuh-uh, this is just plain wrong. No matter the circumstances, you can't keep dragging up the past and expect the Hitachi family to take responsibility for it. Suddenly, some words from earlier come to mind.
申し訳ありません。マコの友人が来るなんて初めてのことですから、つい。お客様？うちに誰か来るなんて珍しいね。
Is this the reason for that too? Are they isolating themselves from the town?
アリチさん、なんだか怖い顔をしていますよ。もしかして何か怒ってますか？
Of course I am.
的外れだったら申し訳ないんですが、日立家が 今も不当な扱いを受けていると勘違いされていませんか？
Huh?
やっぱり。
Wait, you're not?
違いますよ。そんなことはされていません。
But you can't move away from this house, right?
そうではなく、する必要がないだけです。事情が事情ですから、日立家に別れた当時はいろいろ苦労もあったと思います。ですが昔のことです。今でも村八分にされているなんてことは決してありません。
But still.
確かにここは町の外れです。ですがちょっと中心部から遠いというだけです。訓練のことを考えれば、むしろ中心部よりもここら辺の方がいろいろと都合がいいぐらいですよ。引っ越しをしないのはあくまで私たちの意思ですから。それに道だって整備されているじゃないですか。日立家が村八分にされているなら完全にのけ者扱いで、私も学院でそんな風に見られていますよ。
You have a point. Everyone does treat her normally at school. Even when she becomes the topic of conversation, no one gets upset about it. And that's not all. No one looked at her strangely when we went shopping in town. Then my anger was...
完全な勇み足です。
Is it because I was wondering why they lived on the outskirts of town and why they weren't in the Vassal records? I must have let myself be swayed by my assumptions. I hang my head, feeling the heat build on my cheeks. I'm probably red up to my ears. I'm sorry for misunderstanding like that. I feel really bad for letting my prejudices cloud my judgment in all of this.
いえいえ、私は気にしていませんから。それに嬉しかったです。早とちりでも何でも私のために怒ってくれているのが分かりましたから。ありがとうございます。その気持ちだけで十分嬉しいです。でもよかった。アリチさんの勘違いにすぐに気づくことができて。
If you hadn't pointed out my mistake, I would have gone angrily storming off to Grandpa. And that wouldn't have just been pointless. I don't want to imagine what would have happened.
それはそれで意外と面白そうな展開かもしれませんね。
No thank you, I'll pass. I squirm with embarrassment just imagining it.
冗談ですよ。あ、でも嬉しかったのは本当です。なんだか漫画のヒーローみたいでした。
Speaking of which, you have a lot of manga in your room.
あ、すみません。突然のことで人を出迎える準備ができていない部屋で。
It doesn't look disorganized. Everything looks organized to me, not a thing out of place. Do you like manga?
好きと言いますか、唯一の趣味と言いますか。私は自分の時間を持てるのが早朝か日が暮れてからだったので。
Yeah, I guess that would likely only leave time for books or games. We don't get a lot of TV channels out here. So if you don't play video games, then you're not left with many other options.
小説なんかも読んではいたんですが、私は漫画の方が好きで。
I can see that, especially if this is how things have been since you were a kid. And shoujo manga is your favorite?
はい、そうですね。熱血漫画なんかも面白いとは思うんですが、恋愛ものが一番好きです。
Is that why your secret earlier was that you wanted to experience falling in love?
その話を今ここで持ち出しますか？
Wait, was I wrong?
あ、いえ、違わないんですが、漫画のキャラを自分に置き換えてなんてことをしていたら、そんな恥ずかしいことを考えるように。
I don't think it'd be that bad. I think it's pretty normal to fantasize about being in manga you're a fan of. Is there honestly no one you're interested in?
ですからいませんってば。
I'm not trying to be annoying here. I just figure that if romance is the only thing you've ever thought about other than work, then it might be best to start by setting goals for the parts you're most interested in.
興味があることですか。
It doesn't necessarily need to be love, but it might be better to set some kind of goal. So I thought if you had someone you liked, then maybe I could have helped somehow. Especially because all of this started because of me and my big mouth. That's all.
ありがとうございます。そうですね。アリチさんが応援してくれるなら、ちょっと頑張ってみようかな。
Hitachi-san gives a somewhat shy smile, making her look younger than usual. I wonder why. Even though I willingly made the suggestion, my heart aches slightly at the idea. Do you actually have someone you like?
いえ、まずは相手を見つけないといけません。
Okay. What kind of guy do you like?
好きなタイプですか？あまりそういうことも考えたことがありませんね。月並みに優しい人がいいとは思いますが。
You don't have to base your opinions on anyone real. You could think of a shoujo manga character you like.
そうですね。よくヒロインが好きになるキャラでしたら、普段からしっかりしてて自分を持っていて優しくて決めるべきところはちゃんと決めてくれる。
Ah, the type of person that everyone in class likes. That's the thing.
他にもクールでニヒルな感じで一見女の子が嫌いと思うようなぶっきらぼう。でもなぜかヒロインには優しい。
Right, the type that has a female fan club but isn't at all interested in it. That happens. Those are both definitely types that exist. But is the latter type really all that cool? Other guys would be suspicious that it's all just for show.
ですがあくまで漫画は漫画。恋人同士のキュンキュンする絡みを読んでいるだけですから。
Have you never had a heart-pounding moment in real life then?
現実でキュンキュンですか？そうですね。
Thought of something?
さっきアリチさんが私のために怒ってくれた時、実はちょっぴりキュンってきましたよ。
My own heart pounds seeing her smile like that.
なんちゃって昨日からかわれたお返しです。
You say that, but your face is bright red. Looks like it backfired.
そんなことはありません。それに顔が赤いのはアリチさんも同じです。
Okay, my face does feel warm. All joking aside though, that was the first time a girl had ever said anything like that to me.
でも、そうですね。アリチさんの言う通りかもしれません。吉野様は身の回りのことは自分でできるようになるって目標を定めたんですから、私も置いていかれないように考えてみることにします。
Let me know if there's ever anything I can do to help.
ありがとうございます。では、早速なんですが、一ついいですか？
What?
参考までに聞いてみたいのですが、アリチさんの好みの女性ってどんな方なんです？
Me?
吉野様が好みではないだなんて。もしかしてアリチさんの理想はとっても高いんですか？
My feelings for Tomotake-san don't really have anything to do with my preference or whatever. I just feel our relationship is more than love, I guess. I don't know if I'd say she's my comrade, but whatever she is to me, the feeling is different than love.
では、アリチさんは具体的にはどのような方が？
Well, I guess someone who is kind, cheerful, and fun to be with. Though that's a bit of a cliched answer, huh?
いえ、それが普通だと思います。では、性格以外はどうですか？
Right off the top of my head, I'd love it if she could cook.
女の子らしい方が好きなんですか？
I wouldn't say that I'm into sheltered rich girls or pampered girls, but getting to see her feminine side now and again wouldn't be so bad.
ギャップというやつですね。
Is there anything else?
おっぱいはやはり大きい方の方がお好みですか？
I'll like the breasts of whoever I fall for. Ha ha ha!
あからさまに怪しい即答。あらかじめ考えていましたね。
I just had a feeling you'd ask me something like that. Though this makes it sound like I'm trying to hide a preference for big boobs. Though, to be honest, I am interested in big breasts.
あー、やっぱり。ごまかそうとするなんて逆にやらしいですよ。
My interest in them is purely based on curiosity. I really meant it when I said that when it comes to the girl I like, her chest isn't important.
では、髪型などにもこだわりはないんですか？
It just has to suit her well.
割と寛容なんですね。
I don't really have a concrete image in mind when it comes to the kind of girl I like. I just have some fuzzy ideas as to what she should be like. Anyway, can we drop this subject for now? The more we talk about it, the more embarrassed I feel.
では最後に一つ。アリチさんの理想に一番近い人って、身近な人で例えるならどなたになりますか？
Anyone close?
そうですね。例えば、クラスメートとか。
A classmate. I haven't had the time to think about this since moving here. Is there even anyone like that? I've talked to the girls in my class, but there isn't anyone I've gotten friendly enough to enjoy hanging out with yet. If anything, the person I'm most familiar with and enjoy being around is... Hitachi-san tilts her head and looks at me out of curiosity. She's cheery, a good cook, and cute to boot. If I had to pick someone I know who is closest to my ideal type, it would be her.
なんです？
You would be the closest person that matched.
2番煎じはいただけませんね。さっきの仕返しのつもりですか？私はそんな手には引っかかりませんよ。
Your stuttering sure makes it sound like I did though.
だからそれはアリチさんも同じです。顔を真っ赤にして自爆しちゃってますよ。
I was just joking in an attempt for some payback, but I was more nervous than I realized and tripped over my words. This topic is doing neither of us any good, so let's drop it.
そうですね。
Oh, well then, sorry for sticking around so long. I'd better get going to the store.
もう行くんですか？
She looks somewhat saddened by my statement. My heart thumps again, except this time in a painful way. I need to pick things up for dinner.
それ、私も一緒に行っていいですか？
I don't mind, but aren't you supposed to be relaxing?
ですから、リフレッシュのためですよ。一人でいるよりも、アリチさんとお話ししている方が気が休まるんです。
Well, when you put it like that, then sure, come along.
はい、ありがとうございます。もうお帰りですか？
Yes, sorry for intruding.
お母さんは出てこなくていいから。何言ってるの？アリチさんにはマコも日頃からお世話になってるんだから、親として挨拶ぐらいはしておかないと失礼になるでしょ。それはそうかもしれないけど、それに若い男の子と話す機会なんてめったにないんだもの。お母さん、アリチさんの前で恥ずかしいこと言わないで。アリチさん、こんな子ですが、今後とも何卒よろしくお願いいたします。
Normally, she's the one looking after me. Anyway, I will gladly continue working with her.
ほら、挨拶は済んだでしょ。ほら、行きましょう、アリチさん。
Yeah, okay. We'll be going now. Hitachi-san really is just an ordinary girl around her family. Seeing her all flustered like this is such an unusual occurrence that I can't help but find it adorable.
すみません、母が失礼なことを。
I didn't think she was rude. She's really cheerful.
お恥ずかしい限りです。昔から世話好きな母なんです。私の知り合いが家に来るなんて初めてですから、 はしゃいでいたみたいで。
It's fine. The tea and snacks were delicious.
そう言っていただけると。話を変えましょう。今日は何を作るんですか？
With Tomotake-san not quite used to cooking yet, I figured we'd go with an easy, simmered dish like nimono. That way she can take her time and not feel rushed. This is the list of ingredients I was going to make it with. Is there anything you are picky about food-wise?
いえ、私は特に。ですから何でも大丈夫ですよ。
Okay then. Guess I'll go with marinated chicken and daikon radish. Might be good to add some egg to that too. Alright, that's settled.
楽しみですね。私、誰かの手料理を食べさせてもらうのはお母さんを除けば初めてです。
Oh man. Well, don't get your expectations up too much.
リフレッシュを締めくくる夕食ですからね。期待させていただきますよ。は
You're putting a lot of pressure on us, you know.
てさて、何のことやら。
Hitachi-san smiles happily as she walks beside me. Well, now I've got to cook something that'll make her smile when she eats it. I'm gonna put my all into this. Suddenly, a horn honks behind us. Whoa! I turn to find the van speeding down the road towards us. I grab Hitachi-san by the arm and pull her away from the road, toward me. Hitachi-san falls into my chest with a gentle thump.
申し訳ありません。
No, I'm the one who tugged on you. The driver must have been a tourist. Locals know better than to speed around here, given how often people walk on the roads. But even still, they weren't driving close enough to hit us. I pulled Hitachi-san aside out of instinct, but I probably didn't need to. Sorry for being so rough. You're not hurt or anything, are you?
はい、車には当たってませんよ。
I know, but I pulled on you pretty suddenly. You're not sore from that, are you?
はい、問題ありません。
Oh, that's good. I'm sorry for panicking like that. What a jerk, though. Speeding around here is dangerous.
最近たまにいるんです。乱暴な運転をする人が。
Really?
少し行けば山道で峠なんかもありますから、温泉のついでに乱暴な運転を試す人もいて。
There are still people who do that kind of stuff?
多くはありませんが、中には。他だと対策を取られている地域も多いですから。
Ah, that's good. I should have been the one walking along the road, though.
アリチさんってやっぱり殿方なんですね。
Huh?
お姫様抱っこされた時もそうですが、単純な力では叶いそうになくて当たり前のことですが、力強くて温かくて、漫画でよくドキッと描写がありますが、その理由が分かった気がします。
Are you saying I made your heart pound?
まあちょっぴり。
With her still leaning against my chest, Hitachi-san's shy expression is making my own heart pound too. Crap, I can't tear my gaze from her smile.
なんちゃって私びっくりしすぎて変なこと言ってますね。すみません。
I don't think it was that weird.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。
Ah, sure. Hitachi-san steps away from me and we resume walking. I move between her and the road, this time to protect her from further incidents. What is it?
いいえ、別に何でもありませんよ。
So you say, but your smile is awfully suspicious.
どうぞお気になさらず。さあさあ、早く買い物を終わらせてしまわないと吉野様が待ちくたびれているかもしれませんよ。
And now it is dinner time.
この煮物、とってもいい味ですね。本当に無理してるわけじゃない？もちろんです。特にこの大根、 味も染みていて、美味しいです。よかったですが、大丈夫でしたか？大根の皮むきで指を怪我したりは。そこはアリチさんが。
へえ、正臣くんはよく料理を作るのかな？
No, not too often. But I know a little from helping my mom out when I was a kid. I'm also pretty decent at peeling apples.
なるほどね。
悔しい。結局アリチさんに全部教えてもらうことになってしまった。私が作るって言い出したことなのに。まあまあ、これからですよ。これから勉強すればいいんです。そうね。
I only talked you through it and helped a little. You still did most of the work. You did good. Don't beat yourself up so much.
ありがとうございます。すみません。こういう時にどう答えればいいのかよくわからなくって。
Both Tomotake-san and Hitachi-san aren't used to being complimented.
本当に初めてとは思えないぐらい美味しいですよ。そう言ってもらえると。今度はマコの料理を教えて。一緒に作りましょう。はい、わかりました。はあ、本当に美味しかった。
Tomotake-san looked really pleased with herself after seeing how much you ate.
だって止まらなくてつい、調子に乗っていると太ってしまいます。
I don't think you need to worry about anything like that.
ダメですよ。気を緩めるとすぐに大変なことになるんですから。ただでさえ足が太いのに。
Seriously?
そうなんです。吉野様なんて細くてスラッとしてて肌も綺麗で羨ましい限りです。
I really don't think her weight is anything worth worrying about, though. Hitachi-san is slightly taller and is more muscular than Tomotake-san. Wouldn't that account for the difference? You're pretty slender yourself by male standards. Honestly, if you got any skinnier, I'd start getting concerned. She doesn't appear to have any extra weight on her, thanks to how much physical activity she usually does. She is properly proportioned and curvy where it counts most. And I'm not only talking about how she looks in her clothes. She looked killer earlier today too. My heart still pounds thinking about it. She has such an attractive figure. With big boobs, a slender waist that men don't have, and a nice, round ass that would turn any man's head. And she was wearing such adorable yet mature panties. Is she still wearing those panties now? Snap out of it! What the hell am I thinking?
どうかしたんですか?
Nothing. Nothing's the matter. Hitachi-san looks up at me, tilting her head at my panicked evasion. My heart thumped unexpectedly. What's with me lately? We've been alone together plenty of times before, and my heartbeat has never reacted this way then. But it did just now. And for this whole time. She's so cute. I've been unable to get those words out of my head. Like I keep telling her, Hitachi-san is undeniably cute. My feelings on that certainly haven't changed, but the essence of her cuteness has. Has she just gotten more girly? No, I don't think that's it. I'm probably just recognizing Hitachi-san's inherent femininity more than before. I've been doing so ever since I saw her naked. No, ever since I learned she's just a normal girl pining for love, actually. Or ever since I was released from the pressure of the curse, perhaps. Or maybe, without realizing it, I've been feeling this way for even longer.
Arichi-san?
Oh, Upon coming back to my senses, I notice Hitachi-san staring at me. She's so close that one step forward and our faces would touch.
大丈夫ですか?
I'm totally fine. Don't worry, it's nothing.
もしかして今日の火事で疲れてしまったのではありませんか？
No, we all did our fair share, so it wasn't so bad.
今日はもうゆっくり休んでください。お見送りはここで結構ですから。
I can still do that.
それに今日は一人で歩いて帰りたいんです。考えたいこともいろいろありますからね。
Oh, she must be wanting to think about her goals. When she gives me that I want to be alone line, it's kind of hard to argue back. Okay, I'll head on home from here then.
はい、それでは失礼します。
See you tomorrow.
はい、また明日。
And with that, Hitachi-san and I go our separate ways, with me heading back home.
さてと。
After parting ways with Adichi-san, I head off in a different direction from my home. Where's she going? I pass through the darkened grounds and enter the main shrine using the key I borrowed from Yasuharu-san. The enshrined medium rests in the very back of the silent chamber.
私のご先祖が残した呪い。それがもう解けたんですよね。
Yoshino-sama is free, and she's now starting to work toward a new goal. So it's fine for me to do so too, right? I can start thinking about doing things for myself, right? Yoshino-sama and Yasuharu-sama are both so kind. I am sure it would sadden them if I were the only one who continued to feel bound by the curse. Which is why I need to find a new goal.
なんて考えるのは自分への言い訳ですかね。
An excuse. I'm not doing this because I have to. I want to find a new goal for myself.
違う。それもやっぱり言い訳。
Deep down, I already have my own wishes. I have a wish that I've had since I was a child. But it was never granted, so I buried it away inside me. I may finally be able to face that wish now.
私は生きたい。人間になってちゃんと生きたい。
Not alive as the Shrine Princess's tool, but as a human being. I have never felt an ounce of hatred towards Yoshino-sama. Which is why I've never felt disgruntled doing housework and other everyday tasks, alongside my job protecting her from the cursed spirits. But none of that was of my own choosing. The heroines in manga are far more human than me. They fall in love and worry over things, and they manage to have their own desires.
それに比べたらまるで。
I can't just abandon my duties. That's why I've never really given it much thought. I've always thought it was impossible for me, that all of this is about Yoshino-sama. But I have always felt it.
恋がしたい。ちゃんと好きになりたい。
That is what I want as a person. I want to fall in love with a boy and go on dates like they do in manga. Actually, it doesn't have to be as ideal as it is in manga.
ただの普通の女の子として普通に、例えば今日みたいに。
Like when Adichi-san protected me from the car. And then he switched places with me, so he was the one closer to the road. He genuinely treated me like a girl. I burst out in giggles, recalling what happened. It might have been trivial to Adichi-san, but it made my heart throb so intensely.
今日はまるで私がヒロインみたいだった。
Suddenly, the air in the shrine turns frigid.
風がどこか開いてる。
But I made sure to close the door behind me. And why would that make the air so cold? I want to experience love. I want to fall in love.
誰ですか？
I look around the chamber, but it appears completely empty. I'm sure I heard a voice though. Found you.
また
I heard a voice again. Wait, that's not quite it. It wasn't a voice I heard in my ears. It felt like it was echoing in my head. I found you. This is the right blood.
これって
With that sudden realization, I quickly turned to check on the medium. The medium is glowing in a faint, eerie light. The light pulses like a beating heart, and then a dark mud flows from the medium, taking the form of an all too familiar beast. With you.
まさか
I reached for my kunai with trained swiftness, but I'm unable to go any further. Unlike Yoshino-sama and Adichi-san, I lack the power to fight back and purify the taint, and I'm quickly absorbed into it. My world turns dark and I lose consciousness. When I opened my eyes again, I find myself back in the shrine. There's no sign of the cursed spirit from before.
どういうこと？あれは幻覚ではなかったはず。何もしなかった。もしかしたら私を無視して吉野様のところへ急がないと。
A dog? Huh? My voice just now sounded rather odd. Wait, did she turn into a dog? And my clothes have fallen to my feet. These were the clothes I was wearing, right? What on earth is going on? Huh.
Senren Banka